Chapter 1. The Gala. Part 1. The valet line gleamed with wet asphalt and expensive shoes. Night pressed close, warm with city breath. Tremaine's hand guided me through the doorway, his thumb tracing an idle circle at my spine, the way he does when we've both performed well. In public, cameras winked. The doorman called us a car by name. The ballroom's music thinned behind us until it was only a rumor. In the car, silence stretched like silk, pulled taut. Streetlights slid across the tinted glass, banding Tremaine's reflection. With amber stripes, he scrolled through the gala photos on his phone, each one a glossy postcard from the life we built and learned how to inhabit. "You were stunning tonight," he said at last. "Meaning we photographed well." "You were handsome," I said. "Meaning you did too." He smiled, satisfied. "They'll use one of these for the firm's newsletter," Marcus said. "The board shot's perfect for the annual report." He angled the screen toward me. In the frame wheeled almost mythic. Two people who had learned how to glow on cue. Outside, downtown slipped by. Neon signs. Brake lights. A man on a corner selling roses. No one would keep alive. My body began to unspool. My shoulders dropped half an inch. Velvet surrendered to the seat. Breath found its proper depth. Tremaine reached across and squeezed my knee. Gentle, proprietary. A period at the end of the night. "Thank you. I meant it." Gratitude and fatigue can share the same syllables. He started talking about a client who needed wrangling, about an upcoming retreat that might turn into an opportunity. I nodded in the right places, the rhythm of a well-practiced duet. I filed away the detail about late March, maybe Miami. My pulse steadied. My mind drifted. At home, the security lights blinked us welcome. Velvet hit tile with a soft sigh. The petals from my hair fell into the sink like tiny decisions. Steam climbed the mirror, erasing me and redrawing me in fog. For a long moment I studied the blur woman-wife and brand, body, and let them overlap without sorting which one belonged to the reflection. When I slid into bed, Tremaine was already scrolling through his emails. The glow painting his face in executive light. He kissed my shoulder without looking away from the screen. I closed my eyes, let the kiss land where it could, and listened to the quiet hum beneath my phone case. The card still there. Sleep came late and negotiated. When it finally settled, it brought a dream. I was walking a hotel corridor lined with doors that all opened for me, and none of them led to the room I thought I'd chosen. Morning arrived with the democracy of daylight. No permission required. Coffee gurgled in the kitchen. Emails lined up like small soldiers, waiting for orders. I moved through the routine in muscle memory. Shoes that looked like they hurt and didn't. Tremaine had already left for the gym, leaving the house full of his cologne and determination. The non-profits office sat in a renovated factory. Downtown, a space with good bones and bad HVAC. The front desk wilted under a plant. No one would play on good days. Sunlight spilled across the whiteboards, made our goals look holy. "Morning, boss," said Aria, my operations manager. "We got final confirmation from the workforce board. Construction cohorts a go." A smile cracked my composure. "Send acceptance emails and hold spots for anyone who mentioned childcare. We're not losing a single mama to logistics." Already on it. Also, 3 donor lunches this week, 2 site tours, 1 quick coffee. That won't be quick. She grinned. You looked amazing last night, by the way. The dress did the heavy lifting, I said, shrugging off my bag, then quieter. Thank you. By noon I'd said impact 8 times, and metrics 12. I reassured a program officer that last quarter's attendance dip was a blip, not a trend. Edited a case study, so a young man's life didn't sound like a brochure. Wrote a letter of support that might bring a partner organization both funding and hope. When I finally stood for coffee, the pot had been bravely soldering since 9. As I reached for my phone, the edge of the card brushed my palm. The number stared up, tidy and patient. I told myself I was calling to say, "Thank you for the toast," he'd whispered, "for recognizing a sentence." Rooms like that pretend to hear. The line rang 3 times, then voicemail. I hung up before the tone. By dusk, my mind was a crowded bar. Loud, sticky, not worth staying. I locked the office, slipped into my car, and let the day fall away in pieces. The phone lit up. Unknown number. "Sorry about earlier," he said, warmth threading through the speaker. "I was in a meeting." "Occupational hazard," I answered. "I just wanted to." I stopped. "What?" "Exactly. Thank you for existing under the right chandelier. To see if you meant the card." "Conversation," he said. "Curiosity." I smiled into the dark. "I'm driving home, planning to bathe like it's church, and then review notes, like penance. When can you escape for lunch?" His tone made the question sound less like scheduling and more like possibility. "Let me check my calendar," I said. "I just got in the car." "Don't take too long this time," he teased, voice calibrated to slide under defenses without tripping alarms. Something reckless and very awake lifted its head inside me. "Speaking of calling," I said, "how about I make it up to you with dinner this weekend?" There was a pause, just long enough for oxygen to notice. "Dinner sounds perfect," he said finally. The words balanced between invitation and agreement, but only if we can call it a date. I laughed softly, buying time. "We can catch up," I said. The careful euphemism of the cautious. "See how our work overlaps?" "Right," he said, amusement warming the syllables. We traded logistics like professionals arranging trouble. When the call ended, the car felt smaller, scented with adrenaline and exhaust. The city lights blurred past like complicity. At home, Tremaine's suits hung on their usual side of the closet, 4 inches between each. Soldiers at ease. I showered again. The steam made the mirror bloom. My reflection looked uncertain of which role had the microphone tonight. I pinned my Lopez back, stood in a towel, and waited for judgment that didn't come. The chime. Reservation. Confirmation. Small restaurant. Lighting designed by forgiveness. Down the hall, my marriage exhaled. In cotton sheets, I slipped into bed. Tremaine rolled toward me, arm draped across my waist, kiss to the back of my neck. Habitual, practiced, almost tender. I closed my eyes and saw cream stock, black ink, and a man who had said to outcomes, like a promise, he was supposed to make. "You okay?" Tremaine murmured. "Yeah," I said, and I was in that moment two truths under one roof. The heart is a duplex when it needs to be. Morning would come again, and with it the crossing.